This is the Slimster.
Hi guys, it's your girl Jackie Aina. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be playing a little game of high end versus low end. Everybody loves this because it really gives you guys the chance to be like, yo, what's good? Which is better? Basically, I just take a higher end product and a lower end product that are supposed to be like replicas or dupes of each other. I compare them side by side, face to face, and we just determine like, is it worth the splurge? Do you go inexpensive? What do you do? Today I'm going to be comparing two different primers. One of them is from Hourglass. This is their Mineral Veil primer, and I'm going to be comparing it to the NYX Angel Veil. One of these products is going to cost you like $55, and the other one is only going to cost you like $15. So I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's a no-brainer, but I really wanted to side by side actually compare them and see like, okay, do they compare or not? So before we get started, you know the drill. I'm going to ask you straight up. I want you to be completely 100% honest, okay? One side of my face was done with a $15 primer, okay? The other side of my face was done with the $55 primer. Can you tell the difference? Now remember what a primer does. Primer is supposed to help makeup last longer. It's also supposed to help the makeup blend a lot better. It's supposed to help with the longevity of the makeup. So can you tell? What's it looking like, family? Tell me in the comments down below. I really want to know what you guys think. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get to comparing. The next one is going to run you about $15 for 1.02 fluid ounces. And I have the sample size of the Mineral Veil because I just wanted to try it out. But if you were to get the 1 ounce of the Mineral Veil from Hourglass, it would run you about $52. Personally, even though I feel like I am justified in spending a little bit extra on primers, because primers to me is almost kind of like a skincare, and I have oily skin, so I'm always looking for something that's really heavy duty. I feel like $52 is a little steep, just a little steep, you know, for a primer. So yeah, 1 point going for the NYX gang. Even though some people say that I shouldn't give points for price because it's kind of like a given, but it's my game. I'm gonna do it anyway. Obviously, the NYX is going to run you a lot less for a lot more product. I originally wanted to try Hourglass because a lot of people said that it was really, really good for controlling oil, blocking oil. I would not call this a mattifying primer. I do feel like it's good at kind of like balancing out the oil. So I'm just curious to see if the NYX Angel Veil will compare in that way. As far as packaging goes, if it matters to anybody, the NYX one comes in a squeezy tube and the Hourglass comes in a glass pump. Now I'm gonna compare texture of the two of them. So the NYX one feels slightly creamier and the Hourglass feels a little bit on the watery side. I also compared the ingredients. So here's the Hourglass primer, which as you can see looks more purple, and the NYX one looks more white. Now this purple is every black girl's worst nightmare, okay? And if you saw that infamous Rihanna makeup tutorial that I did a long time ago, actually it wasn't that long ago, but I used the Hourglass primer for the first time, and needless to say, I was very heavy-handed and it was not cute. One of the main ingredients in the Hourglass primer is titanium dioxide, which typically comes off purple on our skin tone. So as far as how these two products blend into my skin tone, I'm going to give the point to NYX. I think that the NYX one is probably going to be slightly more brown girl friendly, if that makes sense, because it just blended right in and it's more clear. Sometimes I just want to wear a primer on its own, and unfortunately this primer from Hourglass is not one of them because she gonna make you look like Barney. Hourglass is cruelty free and NYX is cruelty free. I went ahead and looked that up for those of you guys that had that concern. I'm gonna use the NYX primer on this side of my face. I'm going to use about a pea size amount of it. Actually, that's a small pea. I'm using about that size. And on the NYX website, it recommends that you rub it into the skin. Wow, this blends out really nicely. Instantly, my skin feels satiny smooth, like very satiny smooth. So the NYX primer does leave a slight cast on my face because it does have, the ingredients are not exactly the same, but they have some of the same key ingredients. They're just kind of in a different order. For example, the main ingredient in the Hourglass primer is zinc oxide, and then it's titanium dioxide. The main ingredient in NYX Angel Veil, I can't even pronounce. Any takers? Okay, now it's time for Hourglass. I'm going to apply the exact same amount on this side of my face. I do feel like the Hourglass primer blends in slightly smoother. You get more spread because it's a little bit more watery. Whereas the NYX one is very, very buttery smooth, but you do have to blend it in just slightly more. If this purple cast scares you, I would say go with NYX because it's not as radioactive looking. My face feels a little bit softer on the Hourglass side, but I love the way the NYX side blended out. So I'm gonna do the full face get up, and per your request, guys, I did read your comments from my last comparison video. I'm gonna wear this throughout the day and actually show you guys how this wears and compares. Now I am doing some color correcting around my mouth because I wanna see how my foundation blends with this on. I'm going to use my Lancome Teint Idole stick foundation. Oh, it already feels buttery smooth to apply. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm getting my life with this NYX primer. Very, very smooth to blend out. Okay, NYX, I see you coming through in the clutch with these primers. Now, the only thing with these primers is sometimes you have to kind of work extra hard for coverage because they leave a little cast. So just be mindful of that. But it is making blending foundation a dream, honey, a dream. Especially around my hairline. Love that. Oh, I'm here for it. I am 100% here for it, girl. This is actually my first, there's a hair on my face. This is actually my first time using this foundation with this primer. And I'm impressed. I'm getting the same softness on this side. Okay, so everything looks good. The Hourglass side was slightly easier to blend, but it wasn't a big enough, like, significant difference to where I would give Hourglass the point. I just noticed that it just kind of melted a little bit easier. But that may be a big difference for some, so I don't know. It's definitely noteworthy. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of my face together. BRB. Okay, so I got a full face done. I really don't even have anything to do today. I just want it to be fabulous. Actually, no, I got some appointments. I may spend a couple hours at the beach. I don't know. I'm gonna see how I feel. And I'm gonna check back in. So yeah, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Whoa. Whoa there. I'm gonna need you to calm down, son. Midday checkup, midday checkup. Okay, so I'm actually highly impressed with the way these two primers are holding up today. I haven't had to blot at all. Sir, I am filming. There's just a little bit of natural shine peeking through. I'm okay with that. But as I told you guys, it's not really, neither of these primers are, it doesn't seem like they're meant to mattify. It just seems like they're more of like a smoothing primer. And it just so happens to have like oil control benefit. I'm not looking for something that's going to keep me like bone dry matte. I really like the way that my makeup looks right now. The fact that I haven't had to blot is kind of nice. Now this could be a reach, but I do actually feel like I'm a little bit oilier on the Hourglass side. You're probably not going to see it on camera, but this seems slightly less, this side seems slightly less shiny. Can you guys see? Let's go in and see if we can see some pores. So there's a little bit more shine coming in on this side versus this side looks a little bit more controlled. But I'm gonna keep this on for a couple more hours. I wish I could give y'all better lighting, but this is the real deal. This is me live and in my elements. Let's look at the forehead. Looks good. Like it just looks like a natural face. This makeup though, the lighting's not doing it justice, but I kind of am feeling myself today, and the people next to me are looking, so I gotta go. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, what's up, girl? I honestly feel like this primer, both of these primers, I already know about the Hourglass because I've been using this. It is now 9:30. Fuck, it's on there. So we're looking at about roughly, I did my makeup at 2, 7 hours. What is 9 minus 2? 7 hours of wear approximately. Yo, this $15 primer actually came through. This is probably the best inexpensive, the best and lowest price point primer that I've ever come across. That one and the Black Opal one is pretty good too. Angel Veil, not bad at all. At this point, I don't even really care about the point system. I just feel like there's not enough big differences in both of these products for me to say, yeah, spend $53. I mean, I like the one from Hourglass, but it's just like a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Honestly, I'm giving it to Angel Veil. I would highly recommend this. I'm not completely matte, but my makeup still looks great. And also, I mean, it could be just the foundation that I use. I would be interested in seeing how this primer holds up with other foundation formulas that I have, maybe something liquid. So I'll have to play around and experiment with that. Honestly, for this to be on for 7 hours, I am pretty freaking impressed. I hope that you guys found today's high and low end really helpful. Please keep the requests coming. I have a nice little list of some comparisons that I have compiled for you guys, but I'm always open and welcome to hearing more. If you are not subscribed, please be sure to join the Jackie Aina family. We'd love to have you back, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye. I'm sorry, that's really not funny, but